Welcome to our presentation on Sysco. Good things come from Sysco. This presentation is brought to you by the team members consisting of Tanya Gatterson Brown, Lakeisha Hunter, and Maxwell Price. Sysco Corporate Overview. Founded in 1969, Sysco is a premier distributor of food and related products for the food service industry. The food services industry is also known as the food away from home industry. Generating $700 billion annually and employing 10% of the workforce in the U.S., the food services industry is the largest employer in the private sector and continues to get larger every year. However, increased competition and rising costs have proven to be a challenge as industry leaders work to keep up with the constant changes in consumer needs. As a global leader, Sysco markets and distributes food and related products in the US, Canada, Ireland, and the Bahamas. Its clientele include restaurants, hospitals and nursing homes, schools and colleges, hotels and motels, industrial caterers, and other food service customers. It operates 197 distribution facilities servicing approximately 425,000 customers. Sysco operates through three business segments: Broadline, Sigma, and Other. The Broadline segment is engaged in the distribution of a full line of food products and a wide variety of non-food products to both independent and chain restaurant customers. It also supplies products to other away-from-home locations such as healthcare and educational facilities. Sysco has 95 Broadline operating companies. The Sigma segment distributes a line of food products and a variety of non-food products to chain restaurant customer locations and operates a nationwide network of 17 food service distribution facilities. The Other segment comprises the company's specialty produce and lodging industry product businesses, a company that distributes specialty imported products, a company that distributes to international customers, and the company's Sysco Ventures platform. The specialty produce business distributes fresh produce and other food service products. The lodging industry products business distributes personal care guest amenities, equipment, housekeeping supplies, room accessories, and textiles to the lodging industry. The Sysco Ventures platform supports the business needs of Sysco's customers through a range of technology-based solutions. Sysco conducts business in more than 90 countries through its International Food Group, which distributes both food and non-food products to its international customers. There are numerous food service distributors within the Broadline segment of business. In 2010, the Hell Group published a top 10 Broadline food service distributors list. Sysco topped the list for sales. The same still holds true today, as Sysco is our global leader in food distribution services. Sysco has done an exceptional job at establishing a well-known brand. Its consumers are aware of its focus on sustainability, and its competitors envy its strong supply chain and distribution capabilities. Increasing labor costs and fluctuations in fuel costs continue to be a threat, though. However, Sysco has become an expert on strategic acquisitions and has the opportunity to capitalize on the projected continued growth in the food service industry, as well as the growing consumer demand for high-quality, private label brands. Sysco has a history of successfully formulating and implementing key business decisions. At the core of Sysco's strategy is its distribution management and supply chain initiatives. So what is supply chain management? Supply chain management is the design and management of seamless, value-added processes across organizational boundaries through the integration of people and technological resources to meet the real needs of the end customer. It considers linear workflow processes and departmental functionality as well. Distribution channels are the manner in which goods are transported from the producer or manufacturer to the final user. They're segmented into business to business distribution and business to customer distribution. There are two main types of distribution channels: direct distribution, where the product goes from the producer directly to the consumer, and indirect distribution, where there's a middleman involved with moving the good or services. Sysco, because of its vast product offerings, uses a combination of both. With distribution management, warehousing performs a vital storage function, decoupling manufacturing from consumption and making product available when it is needed. Whether opting to store product in a finished goods warehouse located at the manufacturing facility or in a distribution center between the manufacturing facility and the customer, the goal is to provide the customer a more rapid and cost-effective means of replenishment and order fulfillment. As previously mentioned, supply chain management is the design and management of seamless, value-added processes across organizational boundaries. In relation to distribution management, some key activities include shipping and receiving, material handling and order processing, consolidating and distributing shipments, transportation management, postponement of product packaging and labeling, or repackaging and mixing of products. These key value-added activities result in the Sysco Enterprise supply chain advantage. To get an inside look at Sysco's supply chain management and distribution from a sales cycle perspective, we spoke with Nathaniel Hastings, supply chain analyst at Sysco. Take, for instance, TGI Fridays or Subway. The first stage is known as outbound analysis or strategic alignment. Analysts interface with the project manager or regional sales vice president on how all current and future business units will be aligned to Sysco distribution centers. Multiple financial models are generated for different alignment scenarios, but the goal is to utilize Sysco's network to minimize not only the number of inbound ship points or distribution centers, but also the number of out of route or stretch miles which would have to be driven. Stretching far outside the regularly serviced area of a distribution center can be costly and negate the effects of minimizing ship points. After the alignment has been approved, the scenario then goes to the inbound supply chain team, who are tasked with getting the marginal required items to the distribution centers in the most efficient way possible. Numerous details are involved with the supply chain process, and it is at this stage where linear workflow and functionality are further considered. Some of the functional areas include transportation management, network analysis, backhaul, outbound load fill, and category management. Revamping for future success. Sysco has operated very successfully for many years as a decentralized organization, but it is also an organization that is committed to constantly looking at ways to reduce waste and to become more efficient. So, several years ago, the company felt it could do better in terms of logistics and decided to centralize inbound transportation operations in Houston. Previously, inbound transportation operations were distributed amongst its 70 business units. Converting to this centralized process reduced costs and allowed Sysco to leverage its considerable volume. The consolidation resulted in a reduction in its carrying base. Before the change, Sysco had well over 1,000 carriers. However, by 2012, it was down to around 350. Sysco also realized savings through cross-docking. By aggregating volume, they can take full truckloads from a supplier, bring them to a cross-dock, mix the freight, and then take full trucks out to an operating company. Centralization has enabled Sysco to increase the percentage of inbound freight that it controls from around 51% to about 56%. And considering the billions of dollars Sysco distributes in food and products, this 5% increase was significant to the bottom line. As noted in a recent annual report for Sysco, the organization is utilizing a 5-point strategy for long-term success. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and remember, good things come from Sysco.